Hey, good morning, guys. It's Donald and Mary, and we're here to bring you your morning weather, water, and trail chatter report. This morning, Mary's going to start with the weather and water, and then after we have a little bit of news going on. And so we're going to make this kind of quick this morning. So we're not going to be talking about our little whatever we talk
informational post.
Right, dude. And so we don't have time this morning. So Mary's going to breeze on down through this, and then we'll move on to a few rescues and stuff and what's going around the world with hikers and outdoor enthusiasts. Okay, Mary, go ahead, take it away.
Thank you, Don.
You're welcome.
Good morning, everybody. Right now in Blairsville, it is 73 degrees and cloudy. Today, we're looking at a high of 87. We're going to have cloudy skies early, followed by partial clearing. There is a chance of a stray shower or thunderstorm later on during the day. The winds will be 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then tonight, 68, a few clouds, and the winds will be light and variable. Up on Blood Mountain today, we're looking at a high of 79, dropping to 75 later on this afternoon. A slight chance of showers and thunderstorms after 2 p.m. And the wind's going to be 5 to 10 miles per hour with gusts up to 20 and a 20% chance of rain. And tonight, 69 degrees, a chance of showers and thunderstorms before 8 p.m. Partly cloudy with 10 mile per hour winds, gusts up to 20 miles per hour, and a 30% chance of rain. Let's remember when those winds gust higher and the ground is soaked especially, let's watch for trees that could come down. Check your branches and limbs before you set up camp to ensure safety. All right, water on the trail is fairly decent. Make sure you're topping off your water at Hawk Mountain Shelter before you continue northbound. You have a 6.2 mile dry stretch between there and Justice Creek. Once you get to Justice Creek, you will have water. Hog Pen Gap water source is dry, and Slaughter Creek did have some water a little while back, and that will dry up as the summer progresses. There was a trickle last that I knew. So try to get some water before Slaughter, that way you have enough to carry you through. Blood Mountain is dry, it does not have water, so make sure you carry enough to get up over Blood Mountain. It's a time of year for snakes. Let's watch for snakes as we hike. They can stretch themselves across the trail. They'll be on rocks, boulders, logs. Be careful when you're picking things up. They camouflage very well. Let's avoid the group of boulders up on Cow Rock. There is a known copperhead nest in there, so be cautious. All right, now bears. Smoky Mountains continues to have warnings and closures. There's no shelters closed at the moment for bear activity, but there are campsites closed, number 90, 23, and 96. And then the bear warnings at Charlie's Bunyan and campsites 21, 86, 15, 64, and 65. So let's remember, just because something is reopened, it doesn't mean there's not bears in the area. It's just that they don't feel the activity at the moment deems it necessary to close down the area. There's some increased bear activity across the country, but Lincoln County in Oregon is stating that urging residents to be alert as the bear encounters have increased across the county. Let's respect the wildlife by storing trash properly. Never feed the bears. Some of these neighborhoods feed bears, and a fed bear is a dead bear, and it can cause a lot of safety issues for everyone. Remove your bird feeders, because you know they can get those feeders. I've watched videos where they're crawling out across the thin line hanging from the feeders. And make sure you bring in pet food when the bears are active. That'll attract them also. Also report any unusual bear activity to the neighbors and the department. It's ODFW. I don't know what that acronym stands for, but they're asking for reports to them. So even one person feeding a bear can pose a risk to the entire neighborhood. Bears become food conditioned very quickly, and they will teach their cubs also where the food is and how to get it. All right, Donald, I'm going to turn this over to you now and talk about some other stuff we have going on.
Sweet, thank you, my friend.
You're welcome.
All right, great job. Okay. Let's see. So let's start with a hiker rescue, Rochester, New York. A 75-year-old woman from Pittsford was flown to a Strong Memorial Hospital after falling into a gully while hiking in Yates County on Friday, guys. The hiker was at Clark Gully in the town of Middlesex shortly before 8 a.m. She said she was separated from her phone during the fall, but was later able to locate her phone and call for help. Rescuers from multiple agencies were able to extract her from a 90-foot drop, guys. She sustained possible head and neck injuries in addition to exposure. No further information.
I'm sorry. I want to take a moment to, you know how she was separated from her phone?
Yes.
That's a good example about how you're always talking about people getting separated from their
Garmin
and
reach
and everything. So I'm trying to think of where she could have had her phone. It could have been in her pack. It could have been dropped. Always keep things on your person, preferably if you have a zipped pocket. That way you can zip it in there. But that's a really good example of what you're talking about all the time.
And it's funny that you say that because I see a lot of companies like just backpack companies that make a attachment for your phone and you can put it on the front strap to your strap. Honestly, man, I think, you know, if you're going to do that, cool, man, but when you go somewhere, man, like down to get some water and it's a long hike down to get water or whatever, and you leave your pack up next to the trail, man, you really should be taking that stuff with you, like your Garmin InReach and your phone. That way, if an incident does occur where you slip, fall, break something, you can't get up, then you have that. You have that stuff with you. I never leave my stuff. Period, man. I always have my stuff on me. But that's me.
Thankfully, she was able to retrieve her phone and get rescued.
Definitely, man. Definitely. All right, and so we have a hiker death. I was just reading this one. Oh. A hiker died after falling 700 feet in a rock slide near Bells Canyon on Saturday morning. Salt Lake County Sheriff's Office had a call at 8:45 a.m. when a witness saw someone slip in a rock slide. The Sheriff's Office said the hiker, a 49-year-old man, was a solo hiker attempting to ascend one of the more rugged peaks in the area when the fall occurred. A doctor who was hiking in the area was first to arrive on scene and attempt to render aid. The hiker was pronounced dead at the scene. After a thorough search by SAR, it was confirmed no other victims were involved in that rock slide.
That's terrible.
It's tragic, man. Definitely, dude. All right, and so, guys, in China, man, there was this dude, okay, man, and he kept messing with this cow, and he kept poking the cow and poking the cow. Well, it ends up, we're going to read about a cow trampling. So, cow trampling. A tourist hiking in China was trampled after repeatedly taunting the cow. And he was doing this, or she was doing this with, he was doing this with his hiking stick. This caused aggression in the cow, and they trampled the hiker as other cows in the herd joined in. This left him with bruises and rib fractures and other little minor injuries. Well, rib fractures aren't minor, but definitely that's an asshole move to do, man. There's no reason to be poking the cows.
I think that's a good example. You know, this time it was cows, but you see throughout the year where people are getting close to bison, getting close to elk, getting close to the grizzly bears and black bears and
the wolves, man.
Wolves.
It's bad over there in what is it? Yellowstone.
Yellowstone, yes. You got the wild horses even. You know, people are trying to get pictures and selfies
with them.
And you know, they want these animals to do
them like it's Jimmy, their friend, man.
These things are gonna stomp you, kick you, toss you. I've seen plenty of videos of people getting tossed by bison.
Yeah.
And you know, these animals are wild. They're not in a petting zoo. They're not anywhere. I mean, if you're gonna aggravate them, they're gonna retaliate. Unfortunately, they're the ones that pay the price.
Yes.
They're in their home living, and all of a sudden, people think it's okay to just get in their faces and just taunt them, which is what it is as far as I'm concerned. I know up in the Smoky Mountains with all the elk, they have signs posted everywhere not to harass the elk. It is a
Mhm.
federal offense if you harass the elk. So they're going to retaliate eventually.
Right,
You know what I
dude.
mean?
That's exactly what they're gonna do.
Mhm.
I mean, reading that, I guess, dude, you know, you get what you ask for. You're poking that big old animal, man, and you know they might be chill and stuff, man. Cows are the chillest animals until you mess with them,
That's right.
and so, and they're still chill, man. You know what I mean, dude? It takes a lot to get a cow going, man, and so, um, you know, either they're really friendly if you know the owner really interacts with the cows, but if you have some wild cows out in the field that just aren't tame, man, you know they can get like big old bulls and stuff, man. They can mess you up, dude. And so he's lucky he didn't get trampled by a bull, man. You know what I mean, dude?
Hopefully he learned a lesson.
Yeah, I remember one time my dad, I used to clean the barn every morning and night, man, and so I walked into the back. So when you walk into the barn, man, on one side there were all these stalls, right? It was the new, but they called it the new barn, and so you'd walk in there, man, and there's all these stalls, and you know I'd clean those out, but then you'd go and you'd walk through the barn to the back, man, and there were rooms back there where they put the cows that were staying overnight and stuff, because they ran a lot of cows around, stalls and stuff. But anyways, you would also herd the cows through there into the trailer, because you'd park the trailer on this side of the barn, going on this side, herd the cows through, get them in the trailer through that room. But I walked in that room one night, and there was a bull in there, man, and that bull was the back was touching its ceiling, man. It was so big. I forget what the cow was called again, man, but it was the biggest cow I've ever seen, man. It was so big, dude. I mean, it was big. And those were like 10-foot ceilings, if I remember correctly, man. That's a long time ago. And so, you know, that cow, and not only that, it was like hanging out of the stall, like, you know, its whole body. The only thing that was really in there was like its head and its shoulders, man. So,
See how muscular these creatures
dude,
are.
if that cow would have been out there, man, I mean, that cow would have killed that dude, probably, bro. Just stepping on him. Smaller cows, man. I mean, they can kick hard now. My grandfather and dad come home big old bruises and shit, man, from getting kicked in the ribs. And oh yeah, man, because you're trying to load them into the trailer, man, and you know you get them all. You know, you get one cow in there, like a bull or something, that gets everything else riled up because he doesn't want to go, man. You know, you can usually tap the back of their leg, man, and they'll just keep moving along if they're tame, if they've been moved around a lot and people work with them. So, but obviously this dude pissed this cow off, man. Got the rest of the herd going, man. I would love to have seen that, huh?
I can't imagine he would like somebody to constantly poke him with a stick or anything.
Yeah, right, dude. Right, man. But that's that, man. Don't be poking cows out there, guys, man. And like she was saying, dude, you know, there are so many people out there that will just mess with the wildlife. Rattlesnakes, copper, they'll just mess. Bees. I mean, it's crazy, man. It's like, why do you want to mess with this stuff, dude? They'll mess you up, bro. And then when they bite you or sting you or trample you, man, or you know, bite you, whatever it may be, dude. The person's usually like, "Oh, I didn't do anything." It's like you most definitely antagonized that animal, man, or critter. So, anyways, you know, leave the wildlife alone, man. Let them do their thing. So,
That's right.
all right. Is there anything else you'd like to say today?
I have nothing else going on at the moment.
Yeah, Mary's got to get moving here soon. She's got a Dix Creek pickup. She's got to be out of here. It's what, 35 minutes or something from here or so, man. Plus you got to get gas and stuff, man. So she's got to get rolling. All right, man. Anything else?
No, good, thank you.
All right, guys. If anyone needs anything at all, give us a jingle. Tomorrow, we will be talking about. What are we going to be talking about?
It's a surprise.
It's a surprise because she probably doesn't know either.
I have several good ones in mind, but it will be a surprise.
All right, sweet. And if anyone wants to talk about anything, please give us a jingle or a message, man, and we'll talk about it.
That's right.
One love, kids. Peace. Thank you.